Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Eric McGrew with Eric's Tree Service, and today I am working on this guy here. This big old cottonwood, bunch of big dead in it, and then on the back side there's a small box elder maple that I've got to trim off the top of the carport there that you see. This has been a real challenging tree for a number of reasons. One is that it doesn't have a whole lot of central leads in it. They're all kind of sprawled out and therefore don't give you good rope angles for the limb walking that's needed. Bunches of big dead, and by big dead I mean like 20 inches and bigger. And the leads are so big as far as the vertical or the more vertical oriented ones, it's hard to get your arms around them even to like monkey up the stems. So I'm really just having to reset my line a bunch of times and work on hanging from different positions and lanyarding in and using my pole saw and different things like that to get certain tips out there. Plus, a bunch of the branches don't really grow very vertically, they grow very horizontally, and some of them have even made some cracking sounds because there is hollow in this. So I'm just having to be very careful on this one. But I'm getting it done, and today I am using a new saw that I bought. So here where I'm at is in Ridgway, Colorado, and this is where the John Wayne movie True Grit was filmed. The little town of Ridgway, which is right there, actually is where the downtown scene in True Grit was, where they take the prisoners out of the wagon, and the park and everything where they have the hanging is right over here in the main park area. And so yeah, it's an interesting little town, and it's 1,000 feet higher than in elevation than my my hometown, or not hometown, but where I live is. So my 193T has a bit of an issue running up here, and I have a hard time getting it tuned so that it runs right. Down in Montrose it runs fine. So yesterday I was fighting, if you can see the little nub that's coming out and just dead ends, that little dead one, I was out on that end and I was cutting it, and I couldn't keep my 193 running. It kept stalling on me, so I just had to full trigger it the whole time to keep it going, and then I almost cut myself. So not an ideal situation for sure. So I went and got the 201T with the electronic carburetor in it, the M-Tech or M-Tronic, that's what it is, the M-Tronic stuff. So hopefully that'll run better today. It's gonna have more power too, which isn't a bad thing, and a few different things like that. They have their own problems, but I'm just trying to get these jobs in Ridgway to work like I need them to, and with more consistency. So this is what I'm on to today. I am climbing in my brand new Tree Motion. A couple of brief things about the Tree Motion are that it does sag a little bit. No matter how much I adjust the waist belt, it does sag a little bit, especially with the saw hanging from it. That may or may not happen to everyone. I really think it's a body build thing. How your body is shaped has a lot to do with it. I'm not a fat guy. I weigh like 210 pounds. I'm 6'2". I have a little bit of fat in my stomach area. I do have a bigger butt, and I find that while the saddle is super comfortable in pretty much every situation, because it does ride so low and that's how it's designed, it takes a bit of getting used to the feel of it. At first I just felt like it was sagging all the time, it was falling off, but it's just how it's designed. But when I do put the saw on my shim beaner, it does tend to hang and sag a bit more. So I've gotten to where it doesn't bother me as much after wearing it a few hours in the tree. I've only climbed with the saddle for around 5 hours, but I'm not complaining. I've hung my 462 from it and it worked fine. Definitely sagged more with that, And so I have to keep pulling it up. Suspenders probably aren't a bad idea for me. I have some Buckingham suspenders that I can make work with it. So I'll probably do that and see how those work on it. The thing is that you just don't want your Tree Motion to pull up too high, because then it starts to press on your hip bones. That saddle is designed to ride under your hip bone height. So keep that in mind. The waistband clip on the Tree Motion is quite annoying. I finally figured out how to unclip it. I'm glad that it doesn't unclip like really easily while you're in the tree. That would be dangerous, of course. But this new clip, while it's very robust and it feels like it's really well made, it's just frustrating how hard it is to get off. The first few times I had the saddle on, I felt a bit claustrophobic, like I was never going to get out of it. But never fear. All you have to do is pull the buckle and loosen the waistband, even if you can't get it unclipped, and step out of it like you would the Tree Motion Lite. So, you know, there's a few things about it for sure that make it not perfect, but I didn't expect perfection. I've worn 3 or 4 saddles now that are like over $500, and they all have their pros and cons, so don't expect perfection. I've heard great things about the comfort of the Monkey Beaver saddle and all that, but I've also heard some people say they didn't find it to be as robust as they would have liked. I've never worn it. I've never even held it. I don't know, but those are the 2 competing saddles for most people, Monkey Beaver versus the Tree Motion. And I will say that the Tree Motion is very comfortable, bit unique to get used to for sure. And it also, I like the gear storage on it, which is why I went with that one over the Monkey Beaver. But the Monkey Beaver does look very comfortable, and a number of people talked about how much they like it. So hope that gives you guys a little bit of a reference on those things that I'm working with. I'm also working with a few other things that I'll talk about here soon, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.